touch anything.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.
Welcome to The Real Deal with me, Larry Lawton, and my brother Dave is back with the news and sports and a whole bunch of stuff. I love when he's on. We have a blast. We went to a good friend's wedding this week. We'll talk a little bit about that. And we're going to talk all these sports, bro, and what's going on with the news.
How's everybody doing?
Yeah. Before I do get started, please check out my sponsors. Oliva Cigar. They are the best. I love those guys. I really do. Great day. I'll be seeing them tomorrow, Friday. Also, on mybookie.ag. Check them out. I'll be talking about them during the show a little bit. And also, we got my book. Christmas coming up. The starter packs are coming up, which is pretty cool. The
lighters are coming in a week.
They're really nice lighters.
Nice lighters, man. Real nice lighters.
Really.
I ain't seen a lighter like that ever.
Yeah, Gary actually had one. They sell them online.
I'll bet they do, but that's it's the top of the line.
Top of the line. It's not cheap. It's heavy. It's you know what I mean. It's electric. It's really nice. Triple torch. The whole works.
Yeah, it's great cigar lighter.
And we're gonna have our logo on it, which is gonna be pretty cool. All right, bro. So let's get started. Can I get a lighter there while you're there? All right, thanks, Dave. All right, Dave. Let's go talk about sports. My brother and I are in a pool, and we're in a pool with 33 guys. And let me explain the pool a little bit. You have to pick every game, not just the winner and the loser. There's points assigned to each game. No, it's not assigned. You try to explain it.
No, all right. You got to pick every game of the week. Like this week, there's 14 games. You got to just pick the winner. No point spreads. But you got to adjust them from 14 points all the way to 0. So your best bet's going to be 14 points. Your second best bet's going to be 13 points, so on, all the way down. And we're in the pool, and every week there's winners. There's 5 winners, and then for the year there's yearly winners. 5 or 6 yearly win. For the end of the year. So you like if your number 1 team wins, you get 14 points. If your number 2 team wins, you get 13 points. That's a total of 27 so far, and all the way on down to 1 point.
And what we like about the game is you could actually have maybe a loss or 2 more than the winner. Not the winner, the guy who has more wins, but he picked a 14-point game that lost, and you didn't.
As long as your losers are the low points and not the high points. So that basically it ain't who wins the most games; it's who's got the most points.
And it's only $200 a week, and that's really not bad. I mean, that's where you're gambling junkie,
It's not 200 a week; it's 100 a week. It's 2,000 for the year, 18 weeks, and then the extra 200 goes towards the finals. So it's 100. It's basically 100 a week.
Oh, really? Is that it? No.
18 weeks, La. 100 a week is 1,800.
I don't know, 'cause we pay $1,000 for first, $750 for second, $6 for third,
per week,
$4 for fourth, and $250 for fifth. Yeah, I think that's it.
$1,000, $750, $6, $5, and $250.
Is that what it is? $6, $5, $250? Because I'm the leader of the league right now. Me and Cliff are tied for the lead with money.
No,
you're second.
Not true.
Yes, it is.
Not after this week.
20. Oh, who went up ahead of me?
Zach.
Did he? What is he at?
2,500. He won 1,000. He had 1,500.
Oh, okay.
Frank just won for the first time, second place.
Right, he won second,
but for the first time. So yeah, you're in second place. Total winnings for the year. I'm tied, and Cliff is tied with you. And I'm in third, fourth, or whatever it is. Yeah.
Right, and we're still in the hunt. I'm in 11th for overall.
Yeah.
Which is still we're halfway done the season.
Long story short, if you win 2,000 for the whole year, you broke even.
Yeah, I'm already broke even.
And I won 2,100 so far for the year, and you won 2,250.
2,150. You won
2,250.
2,000. You won
2,100 for the year. You won 2,250.
Something like that. Yeah.
Something like that.
And so you're right.
2,250. Me and you could both do nothing the rest of the year and still be a winner.
And, and it's a lot of fun because you sweat every game.
Oh, every game, every week, every Monday night,
then you
Thursday.
can switch points like 5 minutes before a game. So like the Sunday night game, you can switch the points at 5. At
right. You can take the underdog to win the game.
That's Monday night. I do that a lot.
I remember everybody. There's no point spread. So if you take a 7-point underdog, they got to win outright. They don't have to just lose by 4.
And I did with Denver.
You did, yeah. It didn't help you for the week, but
Well, it brought me up to 7th for the week, which made me in the hunt again.
It also gained you 14 points on a ton of people.
I just said what it did is put me back in the hunt.
Because most people had Buffalo this past Monday night.
And a couple of the people who had Denver won. I mean, the people who
Zach took Denver for 14 points. That's what brought him up.
Listen, I've been telling him at lunch. I've been telling everybody at lunch to do that. Gary does that a lot. He didn't do it this week. He goes, "Yeah, I should have did it." He would have won if he did it.
Yeah,
he had enough points. He had 10. He would have won by 1 or 2 points over Zach.
He took Denver to. He took Denver too, but he didn't have enough points on it.
Right? No. He didn't take Denver. He had Buffalo this week. He had Buffalo. Yeah. We were just talking about lunch, and so I looked at that, and I just remember you told me, should you? You know what, Dave? You're at that point too. Time to do that. You know what I mean?
I know.
At what point do you say, I'm not going to do it?
The only thing, Larry, you got to pick and choose which ones you do. You can't do it every game,
No, but that's why I don't care what game it is.
That's why me and you came up with the theory. We put a 14-point for Monday night.
All right, so now we got the Live Golf is going strong next year. Do you watch both?
Yes, but not religiously.
Yeah.
Now that football's on, I don't watch a lot of golf.
Yeah, I don't. I've been right. Like I'll turn on the big tournaments
with our pool and all that. Where I watch football every Sunday.
What I do, bro, is I watch the what's it called? I'm a big watcher of the majors. Something like that. You know what I mean? I love majors. You know what I mean?
Ryder Cup, majors.
Even the Ryder Cup didn't exist. You know what got me bad in the Ryder Cup? The U.S. was down so much right away. They were down 3-1, I think, in the first day. And then the next day it was like, I said, they ain't coming back. I mean, going into the singles match, they would have had to win like 8 out of 12.
Or more than that.
Or 9 out of 12.
9 out of whatever. Yeah,
it's 12 matches, 9 out of 12. Give me a break. They come on. I mean, and you're talking about Rory McIlroy. You're talking about some great players. I don't know who's the best. And this is what I kind of want to get back in. I've been hanging with Laz. I was with Laz yesterday. And Laz, actually we saw Eric. Eric's going to golf with us. Hammer.
Yeah.
Because Laz loves golfing with good golf. We talk about that.
He never golfed with Eric?
No.
Yeah, you got to get Eric to golf.
Yeah, Eric texted me today, so we're going to do that. And we're going to go after Thanksgiving, go up to Sun Tree or something like that.
Yeah.
And, because he can golf. And, Laz is a decent golfer. He gotten down to where he's in.
The golf is in the low 80s, Laz.
Yeah. Low
pretty
to
consistently, every now and then in the high 70s.
Right, exactly right. And he'll blow up.
He hits the ball good.
He gets mad at me yesterday. He goes, "Yeah, you fucking beat me all the time." I said, "I wait for you to blow up, Laz." And he laughed. He started laughing. He said, "True." I said, "I know you're going to blow up and take a 7 or an 8. You could be up 2 shows. We play shots. You could be up 2, and I don't usually blow up. I mean, my blow up could be a double bogey, but
Yeah.
And I don't blow up like him. He'll blow up and get mad. But before you know it, he takes a 9 on a par 4. Hey, count him up, buddy. No, this is double, man. We ain't playing with Frank.
No, you play a stroke.
He knows it. With me, he likes that, though. And we play it as it lies. That's another thing we play, bro, which is good. I like to play golf as it lies. That's my thing.
Listen, I suck and I play legit.
You do. You do.
You know what I mean? I mean, I'm not going to go out there and play Georgie Watson golf. You know what I mean?
But we talked about him actually the other day. I said, you know what? He can shoot a 150, but he's fast. So I didn't care. You know what I mean? Anybody who could do that, I'm in. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As long as you can hit the ball and keep moving. It's the people that are slow that drives me crazy. When I did a video. I let my audience know. We did a video, another Magnum Security video coming out where I rob a boat. You heard about that, did you not?
I heard.
Did you hear from Guy?
No, but I heard you. You told me.
Oh,
you went down to Patrick and robbed Guy's boat or something. I don't know.
Right. Yeah. And what we did also, bro, is I took Nick for. I gave the guy at the cart house. I said I gave him $20. I said
at the where?
The cart house for the golf course. It's right next to the yacht club.
Okay. You're talking about Patrick.
Yeah. Yeah, so I gave the guy $20. I said, can I use the cart? The kid never golfed. The guy goes, oh, I know who you are. You're Larry Lawton, the YouTube guy.
Oh, a young kid?
Yeah, he's 20-something years old. Obviously, big kid. Okay, man, this kid can tell he's in college golf, something like that. He says, yeah, he golfs all the time, you know. I said, well, this kid never golfed. He's my assistant. And I said, he goes, hey, yeah, Mr. Lawton, take the cart, you know. I gave 20. He didn't want to take us. Take the 20. I had to make
Just
money.
to drive around the golf course a little bit?
But I had clubs. I brought my clubs.
Okay.
So we put the club, you know, on the cart, and we went. And he actually hit the ball, Nick, but no way. Had not a clue what to do, where to go, or anything like that. But you could tell this kid's an athlete if he wants to be. You could tell it. He listened. He could swing. He could throw. He's not stiff. He could be a golfer. But anyway,
if he practiced,
of course. But you know, I'm out there and I'm loving it, and I'm saying that. So we took a couple of videos of him swinging. I'll have to show you. But the also then the boat. You know, when we robbed Guy's boat, that was pretty fun. You know, and he was like, oh my God, like he couldn't this is gonna be, and it's gonna be just like Maximum Security, where I robbed the cigar store.
Yeah, I remember that.
Matter of fact, you know what we're looking for now? We're looking for the B-roll. Like, remember when I went to the card game, when they had me sitting in the cards, playing cards with Dave and Frank and Tom, and do you remember in the video? It's a 10-minute video, but they had me go.
Where was it at?
At Frank's house over on the river when we were there. You got to watch it. You'll see it right away. You'll understand.
On the river or the farm?
No, the river.
A long time ago.
That video came out 10 years ago.
No, I don't remember it.
You don't remember me robbing a cigar store?
I do, but that was in downtown Melbourne.
The shop, but during the shoot, we did a B-roll, which is like the extra when I'm relaxing. What does he do? And I went and the whole camera crew went down to the card game.
But the card game wasn't on the river then.
Yes, it was back then.
2 years ago?
10 years ago that was.
When you robbed the cigar store, how long ago?
10 years ago.
I don't.
Yeah, Maximum Security. That was it was 2015, 9 years ago, 8 years, whatever. It was a long time ago. Yeah, it was a big show.
Yeah, I wasn't living here then. I didn't come down until 2019.
Yeah, it was way before you. But anyway, and we're looking to get B-roll. I'm thinking where to do B-roll. Maybe your pool. Maybe I get a few people who all hang out at the pool, drink beers, and just laugh and take film of it. And then go, hey, I love the water over here. Time to go really rob something on the water. You know what I mean? Make a few lines like that and have just a bunch of us. So that's what I think I'm gonna get Paul or something, or even at Paul's house. Smoking cigars in his pool and stuff like that, and then do something like that. And I think that's what So we're gonna do something like that. We got to do that's the last half of that B-roll, and we'll be done with that.
And then what do? Put B-roll into films?
Yeah, like we incorporated it into.
You cut them into.
Well, you put it in as part of the, kind of like, okay, the music changes, and then it's like, what does Larry do for fun? He relaxes in this. Time passes. He already cased the place. Now he has to let time pass, so no one remembers him when he's there. And then what does he do? You know what I mean? Hangs out. Maybe we'll do a little B-roll, me doing videos. Stuff like that. It's just called B-roll. It's different. It's not like it's part of the show, big time. B-roll is important. But anyway, let's get back to sports. I want to I wanted to get a couple things, Dave. You're a big news guy. You always were. People even remember. They laugh about you at the Ukraine. I'm actually guess who's coming on Monday? Simon.
Simon again?
Simon's going to update us on the Ukraine-Russia war.
Okay.
So maybe you want to come for that. That'll be a great show. I think Simon's a great guy.
Yeah,
too. Really is a good guy. Now also. What's going on with this? Do you know what's really going on with the Hamas-Israeli war?
Kind of, yeah. I kind of know what's going on. I mean,
give us a backdrop. I mean, my guys know there's a war going on. A lot of people supporting Israel, which, I mean...
Well, just in the last day, just last night, Israel did a special ops operation into a hospital in Gaza.
Oh, I did see that.
Just last night.
I saw that on the news.
And as of this morning, it was still going on. But they think they might have got some hostages that I don't know yet. But there was supposedly, according to IDF, which was the Israeli Defense Forces,
right?
There was a command center by Hamas underneath the hospital in the tunnels, and they were using the hospital.
Yeah, I saw that where they said. Yeah, I saw some film on ABC News, World News last night.
Well, yeah, and supposedly they're going to come out. As of this afternoon, I went with Sam to lunch. But as of this afternoon, before I went to lunch, it was on the news that they were going to prove it and come out with film, because the real world wants to know why are they bombing certain people, certain hospitals or whatever, and because supposedly Hamas has weapons, and they were shooting rockets from the hospital and this and that and all kinds of shit. You know what I mean?
You know,
I mean, basically, Biden made a statement. You know what Biden, where he was today?
Did he go there?
No. He was in Frisco. He was 4-hour meeting with Chinese president.
Oh, it was today?
Today.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know. Xi Jinping.
Ping, whatever his name is. Yeah. It was a 4-hour meeting. Some kind of summit was in San Francisco in the States. And Biden was there. But before he went, he made a statement last night before he flew to Frisco. He made a statement that he says there should be 70 hostages released within the next couple of days.
I said
there's a deal going on.
Right. He said that
Hamas and Israel are working out the kinks of the agreement.
But Israel said they ain't letting them out unless they let their guys out too. I heard that. In other words, you ain't just letting Americans out. They're letting Israeli hostages go too.
Yeah, but there's going to be an exchange for hostages. There's going to be a ceasefire for a couple of days to let them out. Supposedly, not only, yes, they're going to let Israelis out, Americans, everybody, but supposedly it's going to be children and women.
You know what?
First,
let me tell you where I'm at with the whole thing. And obviously, I don't know the geopolitics like a lot of people do. Of course, it's a shame that so many people die over religion, really over whatever the crap that is. And here's my take on it. Hamas started this shit. They started freaking bombing. If that was me, and I'm telling you,
no question.
If Larry Lawton is the president, I fucking drop a fucking megaton bomb in the middle of Hamas. I know what happens. I know a lot of people die. We did it. I don't want to hear any Americans. That's cruel. We dropped 2 atomic bombs in Hiroshima and Nagasaki, and we wiped out millions to this day. They have effects.
I know.
And that's 70 years ago.
I know.
And you know what? I'm telling you, I think I would have to the point. At what point you're surrounded? You are surrounded by people who want you dead. They say it. There's no
Hamas still says Israelis shouldn't exist. We're going to kill Jews. Still to today, they say that.
And I would just listen. I don't care. I don't know how people could support that. I don't care what you say. What did pass now? Whatever. I don't know how anybody can just say, I just don't think they should die. I don't say that about the devil worshippers. I don't care what you worship. Personally, I don't give a shit. But I just don't get it. And I don't see anybody who is supporting Hamas. That person in Congress pisses me off. Tlaib or whatever she is.
Yeah,
or
the Palestinian something.
And she supports Hamas, I think. Or
not Hamas, Palestinians.
Well, listen, I think most Palestinians don't believe in what's going on. I hope they don't.
Well, most Palestinians don't like Hamas, but they don't have a choice.
Yeah, well, I don't know. Somebody has to have something. But why? I hope Israel goes in there and just literally, no hostages, just wipes them all off the plan. Because, listen, if you're home, how'd you listen, I always think about America, us, right now. If we're here, let's say you lived in Buffalo, and you had to worry every day that Canada's going to shoot a freaking rocket and just blow the school up, blow things up. You think we would take that?
No.
We'd wipe out Canada.
Nor should we.
No nation should. None.
I agree.
And I don't, so at what point, it's a terrorist. Yeah, a terrorist? Well, if your country is supporting that terrorist, then you're part of the problem. Period. If you're not actively getting them like we do,
well,
or
you
whatever.
see, that's where you're getting a little mixed up here. Their country don't support the terrorists. The terrorist runs the country. They haven't had an election since 2005. Hamas in Palestine.
So Palestine has no elected officials?
No, the Hamas just took over.
Oh, shit.
So basically, the people, what can the people do?
Right. Well,
you know what I mean?
You can't run a coup even because they got all the weapons.
Exactly, and they're supported by Iran. They're getting their weapons by Iran and all.
Oh, you got to wipe them out too then. I don't know.
Okay, and I agree. But now, like General Petraeus says and all, okay, you wipe them out. You better have a plan on who's going to take over, who's going to run the country, what's going to happen.
Yeah. You mean like
even if they wipe Hamas out. 10 years.
We did with Iraq.
Yeah, and Iraq came back, and now they still got terrorists over there, whatever they're called.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So, yeah,
you have to have a plan B. You wipe them out, and then what's going to happen in the future? Who's going to run Who's going to run Gaza?
Do you think there's some intelligence agencies right now that are trying to figure out who's the best guy they can almost put, like, not kill to run the place? Do you know what I mean? Like, you got to realize, okay, in the United States it's different because we got, the way our setup is. We're not a dictatorship. We're not a king or anything like that. We have 3 branches of government. So, like, if you wipe out just the president, that somebody else is coming. Congress still has a say. People, there's a lot of people. If you take one of these countries and you take out the leader of Hamas, who's in charge? I'm sure intelligence people know.
The second guy.
I'm saying, do you think they are trying to get to the guy? Maybe they're talking under the table. They think, hey, listen, we're going to wipe these 3 guys out. You're next in line.
No,
do the right thing.
I don't think that's happening.
No?
They want to wipe all of Hamas out, which they very well might. But that doesn't mean what all the experts are saying, like Petraeus and all these generals that we have that tried this in Afghanistan and Iraq with who's in Afghanistan?
Taliban.
The Taliban and all of that. Tried to wipe them all out. Half the time, it ends up bringing more terrorists back.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
because people get mad. You're killing babies. You're killing all these innocent civilians.
But where is their brains when you say, first of all, you're killing innocent? You see what they did to that beautiful girl? If they went and took these kids out of a concert.
Wow.
You see they beheaded that beautiful girl?
They burnt babies. They did. I've seen all of that, yeah. They went to a concert and they killed.
I really would. I don't know if I was the president. I don't know if I could stop myself from just hitting a button.
Well, that's what Netanyahu did. Well, he didn't hit a button, but he just went and just crazy bombing, which he's got every right to.
Every right.
Every right.
You can't be wiping out that many. When I saw some of that stuff,
and
then
what
they put it
said?
on TV.
Listen to me now, and I found this out today. Okay, for the amount of people, I don't even know the total number of Israel in Israel, the total population. I don't know, but I do know they killed 1,400 people. Hamas when they went in, they killed 1,400 people.
You mean when they bombed?
No, they didn't bomb them. When they went in and took hostages and went into the.
But that was in Gaza.
No. It started out by Hamas
bombing. Wasn't it bombing?
No, they went in. They in the middle of the night. They broke down the fence that's around their country and went into Israel and went into these commits or whatever they're called. These communities, and they just kidnapped people, burnt houses, shot everybody. 1,400 Israels, and then they 1,400 now. 1,400 Israels. If that happened in the Israelis, if that happened in the United States, that's equal to 40,000 people here. In other words, the population-wise.
Wow.
That would be like somebody coming in and killing 40,000 Americans. What would we do? What would we do? We'd do everything we can do. Period.
Yeah, we would wipe them out like you wouldn't believe.
I know.
I mean, I listen, and I'm all for that. What they did too is, and I saw only a little. You probably saw more. They were literally bringing people on TV, beheaded, and babies. And
I know.
I mean, I can't even fathom that, bro. I don't know if I'm the president. I can't say, oh, okay, it's over. You did enough. And just drop a nuke right where their headquarters are and everything. I don't know. And I know, here's the problem. We know. It's a lot of innocents going to die. The United States freaking did it in World War II. 2 big cities, babies, kids. We didn't give a shit. The Enola Gay was one of the planes.
That went out.
The Enola Gay was one of the planes. Okay, I'll get that. The Enola Gay was one of the planes, bro. And what'd they do? Wow. So, just tell a little bit about if you know even anything about that, or if you know any more even about what's going on. I think it was almost done because of Ukraine. You don't hear anything about Ukraine or Russia.
I don't hear nothing about Ukraine no more. I just know they're having a lot of trouble in the Congress trying to support Ukraine. The United States is, between Israel now and Ukraine, they need funding and all of this, and there's a lot of shit going on. But did you see what happened in Congress yesterday?
No.
It was the biggest joke in the history of Congress. There was 3 fights.
Oh, yes. I just posted about it.
There was...
The guy from Oklahoma.
And you know what he is? A mixed martial arts expert. mixed martial arts expert. He's a senator from Oklahoma, and they were having this thing with the head of the union for I don't know what he was, laborers or someone, Teamsters Union. That's what it was. He was the head of the Teamsters Union, and they don't like each other. And he said something about, he said, well, if you want to settle this and all of this, did you see that on TV? Stand up. The guy stood up. He says, hey, let's do it right now. The guy stood up, and Bernie Sanders was like running this commission. You saw this, right? Bernie Sanders was running the commission, and he said, oh, we're senators. Sit down, sit down. We can't be doing this. That was one incident. Another incident was one of the 8 guys who voted McCarthy out. Right, McCarthy saw him in the hallway, and he fucking gut punched him. He kidney punched him in the hallway, elbowed him in the kidney. And an NPR reporter, NPR, I think it was, NPR reporter seen it and was a witness of it. You know?
And he did it?
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. It's like high school shit or like fucking junior high school shit going on. You know what I mean? It's crazy shit.
Well,
these are taxpayers. We're paying these people with our taxpayer to do this shit.
Well, I like the Oklahoma guy. I pay him double. I'll tell you why. I think we need more of that. You know, you see that a lot in other countries. You know, you'll see them go off, in parliaments and stuff like that, and everywhere. I'm not saying they should be doing it, but listen. At what point I watched that whole thing. Matter of fact, I posted it because we post news now on my channel to let everybody know. Just a little news that's really striking to us.
Little tidbits. Yeah.
And I'll tell you what, that was great. He gets up. He goes, yeah. I said, why do you say it to my face? He goes, when do you get up? Guy goes, oh, let's do it right now. Oh, he goes, nah, this was his words. Just,
stand up.
This is a place. This is a time right here. The senator said that.
Guy says, you want to go at it? Stand up. He says, yeah, let's do it right here. He says, stand up. The guy says, you stand up. The other guy stood right up.
Oh, and listen.
The senator stood right up.
Oh, listen, that guy's an MMA guy?
MMA.
Oh, man.
He practices it. Not that he fights in MMA. He's a senator. But he's a mixed martial arts guy. And he was in shape. He wasn't a fat little guy.
I saw him.
He was like 45, 48 years old.
Yeah, like me. Built like me somewhat. Kind of like stocky guy.
Yeah, he would have tore that guy apart.
Oh, I saw that when he was at the hearing. At Bernie, hi, guys, this is the Senate.
Yeah.
We're U.S. senators.
Yeah.
And that was pretty cool. I thought it was pretty cool anyway. Yeah. And it was good. That red light on?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Red light, green light.
Yeah, good. Well, good.
This is still going?
Yeah, everything's going. It's funny, bro, because we're posting stuff like news. There's certain news stuff like I like to post now. We're posting stuff that we're not right, we're not left, we're not, we want to make sure it's compelling or whatever. And when I saw that, I said, what the fuck is going on here now? And I loved it, man. These guys, he said it. I said, I always think if you're watching, because you watch a lot of news.
Oh, I've seen all of that, yeah.
I mean, you watch sports, you're a lot more. I watch YouTube. I get a lot of the info and shit from YouTube, but you get it from the networks. And I don't know if that's filtered down, because that's why I look at it differently over here. And you see something on YouTube, you see it's the unvarnished version,
uncut.
Kind of uncut, or people have different takes on it, which I like. But anyway, whatever happened now, I mean, they say is any trouble. But what else is, first of all, you got 2 wars.
Yeah.
I am not hearing anything from Russia or Ukraine. I remember when we never believed that guy Zelensky would even be alive by now.
I know. I know.
That guy.
I don't even know what's happening there because it's not on the news. They hardly say anything about it. Which is, at one time it was 24/7.
Is that a Putin move?
No, it ain't Putin.
Is Putin, last I heard, Putin was in trouble. I don't mean trouble.
With his own people?
His own people, and, the army's not performing the way they're supposed to be.
Oh, yeah. That's...
But then they started bombing schools again or something.
I know. They've been doing that all the whole war. But... I don't know. I don't know what's going on over there. Ever since this Israel thing took over.
Yeah,
I don't know what's going on over there. So.
And what goes next? And I heard Biden yesterday on the news say this. He goes, and I don't know if he just misspoke because, Biden's out of it. He goes, we're coming. Something like that. He left the speech and they were talking to him about, what about to seize the hostages? He goes, well, we're working on that. I don't want to say it, but we're working on it. He goes, and we're coming. And I didn't know what that meant. Like, is he, going to be committing military forces or anything? I'm sure our intelligence is everywhere. What's that called? Iron Dome is ours.
Our special ops are over there helping Israel with trying to find the hostages.
Our special, the best in the world.
Right. I mean, because we got hostages there too. Not that we're helping Israel, but I mean, it's going
to help everybody.
It's going to help everybody. I mean, and our intelligence, we got drones over there flying over there. That special drones. I just read this where they could hear underground and it ain't even for cameras. It's for voice. Unbelievable shit that. I just found this shit out.
Hey Dave, do you remember 92? You remember 92, the first war in Iraq, right? Yeah. When we watched from TV, we watched bombs get directed into chimneys and houses and windows
from aircraft carriers 800 miles away.
Sick shit. What do you think they got? That was 30 years ago.
I know.
What do they got today?
I know. This shit that they have that we don't even know.
Yeah,
you know that.
I'm guaranteeing this shit we don't know.
The first thing I've ever heard, I've heard of drones dropping bombs. I've heard of drones with cameras.
People, guns
I've heard
on
of drones with missiles on them and all. I've never heard of drones with listening devices that could hear fucking underground and shit. Like, they had drones flying over there that fucking trying to find these hostages.
And here's what I heard about that too. You know where the drones are run from? Tampa, headquarters. That's that MacDill Air Force Base over MacDill is the base.
They're running drones in Israel or in Gaza?
Around the world.
Wow.
They have like a section.
They don't take off from here though.
Yeah, no, they take off from
the area.
Yeah, but they're the pilots.
Because they can only fly so far.
They're actual pilots that are doing that.
Yeah, sitting in a chair. So,
that's what I'm saying.
Right.
Or kids on games. They were talking about how they got guys who were gamers.
Wow.
And know how to work those control sticks and this shit and that shit.
Unbelievable.
Could you imagine that? I mean, I look at the technology they have.
I wouldn't be surprised if a drone could carry a nuclear weapon now. A smaller one, but
no doubt
if it could carry a missile and a bomb, why not?
No doubt it can. There's no doubt in my mind that
a smaller one just for a little area.
I just always wonder at what point does one of these dictators, or call them whatever, these Hamas leaders, or even a Putin or a Kim Jong-un or whoever, say fuck it, I'm dying, and hit a button like he got cancer, and they tell him, listen, I know you shot an 18 on a golf course. He got a hole in one on every hole. Did you know that? That was Kim Jong-un in North Korea. The dictator. He's the only man who's ever scored a hole in one on every single hole on a golf course.
Who?
Yes, exactly. Well, they have to say that. You know what I mean? Anyway, now they tell this guy, listen, I don't know who's got it. He's going to kill whoever tells him. Hey, you got to, you're not going to make it another 6 months or 5 months. You can see.
I don't know how easy that is. I think it's I don't think one person could just do that. I thought it was I thought it was like a system that had
with us, yes. Maybe with Russia, yes. Maybe with some of the world powers. I could see where nobody knows what's going on, and they're so scared of the guy. He says hit the button, you put that button, or you're dying tomorrow. You know what I mean, or whatever. So what do? You hit the button and hope for the best. But at what point is a nuclear weapon going to go off? How big is a nuclear weapon going to go off? And then what happens afterwards?
And where is the nuclear weapon going to go off?
Yeah, you drop one in New York City.
It'll never get here.
Yeah, you're probably right. They'd probably knock it out of the sky.
Exactly, the Iron Dome or whatever.
Well, I don't know. We don't have. I'm sure we have. What do you mean? We don't even know. We don't even know.
Why do you say we don't have an Iron Dome?
Well, because we don't have a threat like Israel has.
Why are we supplying Israel with missiles for the Iron Dome?
Yeah.
To shoot down the shit.
Yeah.
So if we got the missiles for that, we gave them a ton of.
We gave the technology.
We gave them the ton of fucking ammunition to shoot down this Iron Dome. They call it.
Missiles, yeah.
So why don't you think we have an Iron Dome then?
But where would it be? You know what I mean?
We probably got something in space. We probably got something better than them.
Yeah, you know what? Probably do. Just a little better makes all it takes.
I'm telling you, man. I mean, who knows, man? I don't know.
And then I often wonder, obviously we're a world economy. Everybody, we better get that right. We're not alone on this planet. And I think if you look at China, did you know China's spending crazy monies on their military? If you read that.
Yeah, but still nowhere near what we're spending.
Well, actually, they're on level par with actual technology spending, and a lot of our military spending goes to
VA
personnel,
and different
VA,
things,
retirements, everything like that. Yes, we still spend ungodly amounts of money on technology and stuff, but so is China now. Obviously, I think they're decades behind us in certain things. I'm sure. Command and control is probably the biggest. You know what I mean? How do you? We have such a system set up.
It can't go on like this forever, because I heard today that by next year, United States, America is 30. Well, right now we're 33 billion trillion in debt, whatever it is.
Yeah, 33 trillion.
Trillion. Okay, by next year, you know what we're going to be paying interest on that debt?
Oh,
just by next year.
$5 billion.
$1 trillion a year.
$1 trillion
a year.
Get out of here.
Just in interest. Because our credit rating has gone down, because they want to threaten to shut the government down.
You know what, Dave?
At what point does it,
Dave, let me explain what it does.
I remember you saying one time it all don't matter.
It really doesn't.
Why?
Okay, I'll tell you why. How in the world could we be? We are the number one economy in the world. That's
correct.
By fact. How could any see if we go under, every other country goes under? So at what point do we say, you know what, we're making a deal with you, we're going to only give you maybe a quarter of that, and that's the end of that? Let's say it's China who holds the big nut.
I think it is China.
Yeah, whatever. Well, we're going to give you a quarter. You either take it or kick rocks. What are you going to do? Are they going to bomb us? Come get it? No, because first of all, it defeats the whole purpose of everything else. Is there outrage? Oh, the United States that pays it? Yeah, great. Do you think there's going to be countries that work with us? I was talking about my buddies, the CEO and friends of mine from down South America, with Olive, because I'm going down there in January. Just to
Nicaragua.
Yeah, I'm going to Nicaragua. And let me tell you, bro, there is so much resources and stuff that we can do cheaply, like China does, in South America and all the countries down there. There's so much that can be done down there. Now, is it going to be a paradigm, they call it a paradigm switch, meaning to that? At what point, obviously, listen, you could get so far in debt, you say, fuck it, go bankrupt. We're going to go bankrupt. What are you going to do? We're still the biggest economy. We still have the most, we buy the most products. We spend the most. We have the most oil. If you really want to go to Alaska.
I know
we
that.
have what we want. We are really a balance of the economy around the world.
Yeah, we don't really need nothing from anybody.
We really don't. That's strategically wise. The United States is such a perfect country.
That's what makes us so strong.
Absolutely. We can grow our own
We don't have to
grain.
depend on nobody for nothing.
And now when you think about that, and you say, okay, we're I remember, Dave, 30 years ago, I remember Steve, the country's such a debt, you guys don't know. The last person who balanced the budget was in 94, and it was Bill Clinton.
Yeah.
Got it. Big deal. So since then, now we're on 30 years later. The country's going under after 10 years, and this one did it, and this one did it, and this one did it. And guess what? Nothing has changed. People's salaries went up. Everything has gone up. Healthcare has gotten better. Nothing. Name me one thing that's worse now than it was in 1994. You can't. You can't name me one thing. Salaries, your retirements, people's food, everything from restaurants and businesses, and name me one that you can't, because it's all hype. Now, okay, so we're in $33 trillion of debt. Mm-hmm. Now we're $50 trillion in 20 years. Oh man, the debt. What are we gonna do when it gets to $100 trillion? Nothing. You and I are long gone. Forget us.
Oh, I know.
Even
that.
our kids are probably long gone. Yeah. And now you're saying to yourself, at what? I just think there's a lot of bullshit and hype when you really go to basics. You and I learned this in prison, and I did, because the whole time I was in. When I was in that hole, bro, and I used to say, okay, they're going to feed me. Hopefully. I got the cell, the roof over my head, and I'm breathing air. Fuck, I survived. It's almost like that. Yes, you're surviving bad and all that. Now look at all the people around the world who live like that, almost. I don't mean just in
worse than that.
Africa and in some of these Muslim countries and stuff, where they can't feed it. It's just terrible. It's hard for us to fathom. We have no hardships with $33 trillion in debt. None. I want one person to show me one thing that's worse now. The auto industry's booming. The freaking economy, the stock market's high. What is wrong at $33 trillion in debt? Nobody can answer that. Oh, here's the answer. Oh, we're going to be paying too much, but we're not going to do it. Then they're going to give us a B rating and a big fucking deal. Give me a C rating. Our money no good? You don't think another country's going to take our money? Come on, it's all a bullshit. I'm telling you, I learned this, Dave. As much as I talk to economists, I had that economist on. I had that guy from what's his name, Mike Termat, who's the Libertarian Party presidential candidate. Yeah. We talked afterwards and stuff, and he's an economist. That's what he does. He's an economist. I said, I get it. I get what it. It's on paper that way. Make it real. Nobody's coming over here and closing the door like the police can do if you don't pay your rent, or a bar owner, and then they lock the door and you can't get in.
Right.
Who's doing that to America? Nobody. You're the bully. You're the biggest man on the block. You're Godzilla and they're people. So who the fuck is going to come here and say Godzilla?
And what did he say?
He switched the subject in a way. I said, you can't do it. But that's not the way countries do. It's not the way they behave. I get it. But it is the way they behave. Look at these countries trying to go steal oil. America, you know where America screws up? And I told him like this, and I'm going to tell Simon again. All these wars, every one of these countries we do something, should be paying us double back. Double. Why do we go in debt? Because we're giving $1 billion a month, or $2 billion, $5 billion to Ukraine, or we're giving these billions to Israel. Whatever we're giving, let's take it all back double. We went into Kuwait and we freed all that oil. We should have took all that oil until we're paid back. Give it back. Literally take it. You know what happened, Dave, with a big go? Listen, every society, the Romans, the Huns, they all go under, Dave. They all go under, meaning they rule for 500 years, or they rule, if you read history, and they all eventually go under, right? So they control things, it was the Romans or whoever it is, even the Christians with the popes, like that. Now you take it with us right here, right? What is that?
Alarm. Turn that alarm off, Nick.
Oh, that's David's alarm.
Just alarm.
And is my phone going still, Dave? Go ahead. Is my phone going?
Yep. It's 57 minutes.
Yeah, and so anything we're talking about, bro, in this whole entire thing is, at what point is it all bullshit, and does America say, you know what? We don't have oil now. You know what we're going to do? We're taking the oil.
I agree. But then, on the other hand, why is Congress so worried about it?
Because it's all bullshit jobs and money.
It warrants their job.
Dave, think about that. Every one of those guys make $180,000 a year, and they're all worth $5 million.
And exactly. They're all millionaires.
They're all millionaires worth in five. And
for the love of me, I don't understand it when they have a house in their home state and then a house in DC. Maryland, and they make $180,000, and I made $130,000 a year, and I don't have 1/10 of what they got.
No, because you know why?
Because I was legit, and
exactly, you were legit. The only way to equal the playing field is we hit jewelry stores every year, but we can't do that. Yeah. Listen. As I tell everybody, Dave, here's the key. Here's what I tell everybody is, you know what? Let's level the playing field, and you can't. Congress levels the playing field. That is the problem. They are justifying their jobs. That's why there's no term limits. They have to keep their jobs. They've mastered, Dave. You get in there, Nick. Come on, Nick.
No, I'm good.
No, Nick, you sit down. Dave mad. Nick just showed up, everybody. I am on the board.
Hello.
Hey, Nick.
Welcome. Oh, hello.
Welcome back, Nick. We don't have a camera on you, but you can use that one, I assume.
Oh, that's good.
All right. Dave, I look at it this way. They've mastered fear. They've mastered how to scare everybody. Now, I looked at, and Nick, what we were talking about is the country's in debt. like 33 trillion. You know what I said? Who cares? Who's going to come and take the money? What country is going to come here and say, give us your money? What are you going to do? Go to the...
But we're in debt to ourselves. We're not in debt to anyone else.
Well, what do you mean?
No, that's not
right?
true.
It's not true.
No, we owe someone money.
We owe China a ton of money.
Ton of money.
Doesn't China owe everyone a ton of money, though?
No.
Okay.
What we're talking about, the United States gets... every country has a credit rating. It's like a credit score. Well, the United States had an A credit. They're threatening it's going to go to a B. I said, I don't give a fuck if it goes to a D. Who gives a shit? Who cares? We are the bully on the block. Come take my money.
That's true.
You ain't repossessing my car. Was China going to repossess something? What are you going to do? Kick us out of their country? Good. Close our embassy. That's the big one. We're going to close the embassy from the United States. And who gives a shit what you do? How's that? In fact, 33 trillion. How much do we owe you, China? We owe you 17 trillion. I tell you, we're gonna make a deal right now, China. We're gonna watch this. Here's 2
but
trillion.
if you don't pay them back, they ain't gonna lend you no more money.
We don't need them.
We needed them for 33 million.
We needed them to play
A million trillion.
Dave, we needed them to play the bullshit game. I just told you, all of South America has enough stuff to build anything you want. Other countries have it. They're not the only game in town. That's like saying, well, you owe Bank of America $50,000. You can't get a loan there. Hey, you don't think there's 20 more banks you can get a loan at?
I don't think that's how that works.
Oh, it does. Exactly.
No, if I owe Bank of America something, the
another
credit
bank
union
ain't gonna
is
give
going
him a
to
loan.
know that I
Yeah.
owe him something.
They all do
and
know.
they will not give me anything.
Okay, let me ask you a question. Donald Trump owed everybody in the world money.
He's a different
Did he
ballgame.
get it?
No, those aren't bank loans. Those are like, hey, buddy loans.
Whatever
those
it is.
are
You don't
networking
think
loans.
every country that we protect out there
I know,
in the
but-
land's not going to give us money or whatever we need?
I know,
What
but-
do we need their money for?
The Bank of America was not.
No, hold
very
on.
accurate.
Yeah, it's a very good
No.
accurate. It's because you're not understand, Nick. Don't come in and just think you know what you're talking
No, what you
about.
said was that if I don't get a bank loan from this bank, I'll go to another bank. That's
People
not how
do
that
every-
works.
There's other
No.
Nick. There's other lending institutions that you could have the lowest credit in the world and they'll give you a loan.
Yes.
Yeah,
I
just
get
more
that.
interest.
I get
Yeah,
that.
big
yes.
deal.
And then you're fucked.
Oh, you're only fucked if they could do something about it. Do you know why you pay your car payment, Nick? Because if you don't, guess what happens?
They're gonna
Repossess.
come and take
Come
my
and
fucking
take your car. Who is going to come to America and take anything? Tell me one person.
I get that. Yes, I
Okay,
understand.
so now what happened? Here's another thing. Okay, we don't pay. Our credit rating goes to a C. Who loses? Every country that wants to do business with the biggest economy in the world.
Every country we're protecting that we ain't going to protect no
Right.
more.
Well, since our credit rating sucks and you don't want to lend us money, you know our tanks and all that stuff that are protecting your border? Sorry, guys, we got to pull it out. Oh, no, Mr. America, how much you need? Give me a break. It's a bunch of crap. All this crap is crap, and I'm learning that the older I get. Yes, we all play the game. We do. I'm learning it in business. I'm learning it everywhere. We all play the game. I get it. You know,
The voting game.
Why do we play, Dave? Why do we pay taxes? Because the government could kick your fucking ass and come here and take it. Because they can take it. If they couldn't take it, you wouldn't give a shit. What are you going to do? Because you can't go to jail for not paying taxes unless you do something illegal. But not just going to pay taxes, that's called debtor's prison. You can't go to prison for debtor's prison. You know that. The law. As a lawyer, yes, Nick. It's called debtor's prison. Now, if you do fraud...
Didn't like half the fucking housewives go to jail for not paying taxes?
Here's why. Because they lied on a form.
Oh, okay.
Or they did
committed
something...
fraud.
Okay, they just lied. So if you just fucking don't pay
You
the
say, listen,
shit-
I can't afford it. I'm not going to lie. I have no more money.
Okay.
Now, if they find out you're riding around in a
I was like,
Bentley
hold
and all
up.
this shit...
Hold up. Yeah, hold on.
If you're in a Bentley and all the crap that comes along with it,
They don't
sure.
go to jail for not paying taxes. They go to jail for fraud.
Fraud. Exactly.
okay.
David is exactly
Commit
right.
fraud
That's
for
it.
Right. So in the United States, you cannot go to
But
jail.
then on the news, they're like, they didn't pay their taxes. That's why they got locked up.
They did. You're right. They did not pay the tax, and they lied on their form.
Yeah.
Mike, the situation. You know who he is, Nick?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, he went to prison. You know why?
Jersey.
Because he lied on his form and signed.
How long was he in prison?
My friend,
3 months?
My friend, who's a doctor, went to prison because he signed a form. Period.
Kodak, yeah.
Exactly.
people
You
are
sign
signing
shit.
forms,
Don't
you
sign
know?
any. You know when you get your tax return, throw it away. They're not going to put you in jail. We know that. Now, if you don't need them, now obviously they're trying to set America up where you need it to buy a house, to buy anything. But what do? I get Davey to buy it. I give him cash. You know what I mean?
There's always a way around it.
Right, Dave. And that's where I'm going back to what it means. And it really means absolutely nothing, bro, what's going on. Because ask anybody, and you've been around a long time, you and I. Nick, when the country was in debt and it went to $1 trillion, that was a big deal. We're in $1 trillion debt. Oh, my God.
I was fourth grade when it was in $3 trillion. I was like, $3 trillion fucking dollars.
Yeah, now you know what it is? 33. Now it's
shit.
33 trillion.
I know.
And what has changed? I asked David earlier. You weren't here. What has changed? Is it
It's gotten better.
From fourth grade? Not much.
What I'm getting at-
the housing market, maybe, but
No. Everything's gotten better. Jobs, restaurants, food.
Yeah.
Nothing has gone like, oh my God, we're $33 trillion. What
compared
is
to
not better?
$3 trillion.
Medical.
And
everything.
$1 trillion is a lot of fucking money, dude.
Yeah, but it means
just
nothing.
one.
So you get it? It does. I'm just at that point where, but we got on that because of the war, and I just
The
think
war that I just learned that we can give them money and they won't fucking pay us back. It's not an investment. That was some mind blowing shit I learned the other day.
We talked
dude.
about that. I told you.
did
we
not
just
know
gave
that,
those
bro.
Billions.
It's not an investment. Like, what the fuck are they doing for us?
Thank you.
I didn't know. I thought that they were paying that
you know what
money
they
back,
should do?
bro.
United States, you say, for the last 30 years we did this.
I'm not sure if you're right on that, though.
Just
That they
write
don't,
an
have,
invoice.
they don't have to pay us back at all.
Listen, they say they do, but guess what they don't do?
What?
Pay us back. And what do we do?
Well, we can't
Yeah,
do
you know how
nothing.
bad it would look if
you're not gonna
you know how
go
bad it
war.
would look if we fucking defended somebody and then they didn't give us money, so we just wiped it. Clear.
Yeah.
All clear. We just fucking wiped them out.
we were talking about this too. You posted this, Nick, about that congressman who got up and tried to kick his ass.
I
You know what
love
we found
that.
out? Listen,
I love that.
Nick, hold on.
I want more of
Nick
that.
had a few, but let me tell
I
you,
want more of that, dude. That's what
You know,
I
he
want.
was a mixed martial
and
art
MMA,
guy.
yes,
Yeah,
yeah.
you knew that.
He's a professional wrestler
I told
and
ya.
does MMA.
MMA.
Yes,
He
that
was gonna
boy
kick
was
that guy.
prepared to fuck that man up. Did you see the other
He
dude?
Senator from
No chance.
Oklahoma.
That man had no chance against him, dude. He had no fucking
Did you
chance.
see where the guy says, yeah, let's do it
Let's do it right now. And
Well,
he-
let's stand up. You stand
And
up.
then he doubled down. He said, right here's a perfect place.
No, he
Okay,
goes-
let's do it right here.
He goes,
okay.
Anytime, any place, he goes, here's a
Here's a
place.
place.
Here's
Here's
a
a
time.
time.
Let's go. It's Bernie Sanders. Stop.
But that fucking nerd doubled down on that shit. He said yes 3 times. And Bernie was like, please, guys, please.
No. Talk about clout. Even if he gets his ass kicked, that guy'd have been all over the media.
But he won't. He would have beat the fucking
Good.
dog out
I'll
of
take
that,
a
bro.
beating. I'll take a beat from Logan Paul to be all over the place. Mike Tyson.
Oh, you're saying it's a double win.
Everybody wins.
But he fucking ran with the GOAT method. You can't be wrong there.
Hey,
He went
Nick,
in there.
Nick, have
threatened
you ever
somebody's
remember
wife.
this country? Do you ever remember this country when we weren't at war?
When
No,
we were
no, I have no idea.
Do you?
No, not a clue.
What do you mean this country when we were?
We were not at war. When the United States
That's
did not
some
have men
active
in
war.
battle, an active war. Whether it's Afghanistan
Or just
whether it's
lending
Iraq,
money
Iran,
or-
or
yeah.
whatever, Grenada.
We're not in active battle right now.
We are technically for Ukraine.
Well,
I would
we
call
don't
Ukraine.
have men over there.
No, I know, but I would
Well,
call.
he's saying boots on the
I
ground,
would
right?
call giving Ukraine money and worrying about Ukraine.
No, that's not what I'm
in
talking
war.
about.
That's what I'm-
David, I was just going to say, David is right. Since Biden pulled us out
Of Afghanistan.
wrongly, leaving all that equipment and everything else, is it again the battery?
How long that's been off?
No, not long, because
No.
we just changed it. Do it again. We changed it. You get another one. It's right here. The what happened? There's a couple of batteries. You know how to do it? Just take the battery and whatever. Whatever. It's not.
I thought you plugged it in.
I thought I did. I guess I didn't. Oh, yeah, that's why. I forgot that thing. But that's all right. Just switch it, Nick. Just put the battery in. A new one. Anyway, so we're sitting here, bro, and now since Biden technically took
Since
us
we
out,
pulled out of Afghanistan.
is the only we haven't been in war in over 30 years. We've been at war in some way or another. Whether it was since 1992. I mean, we had wars before that. We were in Grenada, and obviously,
Well,
you know,
technically, right now we're at war.
with who?
We got 2 battles. We got 2 aircraft carriers over there shooting bombs into
Palestine?
Libya.
Libya. Whoa.
No,
Gaza.
Syria.
Syria?
Yeah.
We're at war with Syria?
Well,
What's going on there now?
we got
I didn't even know about this one.
we got troops in Syria,
Right.
right?
For what?
For the Syrian war a long time ago, that were helping the Kurds or whoever.
I love my brother.
I'm
He's
just
great.
telling you,
He's a newsman.
we have troops over
On
there.
to the sports.
So now,
No.
Iran and Syria are buddies. They've been fucking with our troops over there, like sending fucking bombs over there or a little bit of shit.
Yeah.
So just 2 days ago, the aircraft carrier blew up fucking one of their headquarters in Syria. Well, right there, they had it on camera and all. Ba-boom, ba-boom. And then there was a secondary explosion because it was like a depot for them and all, like bombs and shit were there.
The best thing right now
I mean,
is
it's not an ongoing war where like, but
can you watch that?
in other words, that was the United States.
That battery might be
That
the
was
one
the-
I did already.
That was the United.
Oh, no.
That was the United States saying, "Don't fuck with us."
So we just wiped a few things out.
Oh yeah,
Clear.
Yeah.
I love that.
clear.
I love Shane Gillis. You got to watch him, Dave. He's a comedian, right?
We showed him.
Oh, this Shane Gillis, man.
I seen him.
He goes,
We gotta watch
he
the
goes, you think
special."
American are badass? No, they're not badasses. He goes, you know who's badasses?
The guys in the,
Taliban fighters.
the guys
They throw rocks at American tanks. That's a badass.
the guys in the flip flops who invite their buddies to throw fucking rocks at tanks.
Yeah, he goes, no, they're badasses. He goes, Americans,
badass.
they're psycho.
He said they sent us a video of them doing pull-ups on a monkey bar, and then sent it as a threat to us. That's pretty badass.
And then he
dude.
goes, and here comes America. You got a guy in a plane. Clear. Wipes out 50 people. Clear. That's a psycho. He just wiped them all
He said,
out.
but when the Taliban kills somebody once every 5 months, they're like,
got him, we got him."
shit. He's like, that's a real, genuine reaction out of doing that shit.
Shane
But the
Gillis,
Americans
man.
are just like, clear.
He is funny
pretty
as
psycho,
shit,
bro.
man. Shane Gillis, man. I got to get him on this show. He would be a pisser to have on the show, man. I mean, just talking to him, starting to drink, and what he could say is just...
Oh, he's a drinker.
Oh, he's a drinker. That's okay. We are too. It'd be a good one. But what happened? Anyway, we were talking, Nick, early. My brother talked a little bit football, and then we talked a little bit golf, and then we started talking about the wars, obviously, and we got on the wars, and now my brother told me a few things I did not know, that they just did some shit yesterday. Oh, he told me, Congressman, what was the one other thing you said before that? You said that
McCarthy, the elbow in the hallway.
Did you see the Speaker of the House now? He elbowed a guy.
Old Speaker of the House.
Yeah.
He was the old Speaker of the House. They said another guy, a reporter, saw it.
We just watched that on the news last night.
No, but
Yes.
we watched that one guy yelling at him. I'm talking about another guy went
Yes,
elbowed a guy in the
elbow.
face.
It was the weakest elbow I've ever seen, dude. It was some weak elbow.
I love it though. They screwed that guy.
It was
McCarthy.
more of like a bully check.
You know
than
what's
like an
happening? No,
elbow.
let me tell you what. This new speaker is now working with both. You know, he had to get something passed. He needed 19 or
96 Democrats to
Supported
vote
something.
to support him. He had 95 or 96 Republicans said no, so he needed Democrats to say yes too.
And
to
they
pass,
did.
to pass the budget.
Budget.
To not shut down the economy.
and they're talking about how he came now. Did you see the big article about Matt Gaetz from Florida?
no.
McCarthy came out and said that the whole entire Congress would be a better place if Matt Gaetz was not in Congress. And this is a Republican. They said he's nothing but a antagonist. He's not a Republican or a Democrat. This is what freaking McCarthy said.
Wow.
He said,
Well, he was one of the 8 people who voted him out.
And he goes,
So-
he don't even have nothing, not a plan, nothing. He's just an antagonist. That's all he is. And I said, look at them infighting.
That's the GOAT. How are you going to lose against him?
No, that's not Donald Trump. That's
Wrong.
McCarthy.
That's what I'm saying. He's taking on the method.
I love that, to be honest. I really do.
Wrong.
But anything else going on, bro?
In politics?
Well, the news. This is the news with David.
Yeah.
David and Larry, the news, and Nick, who comes on and has a few cocktails with us.
Basketball's cranking up. You been following basketball at all?
Not at all.
No.
Football.
Right now, basketball's going on, hockey's going on. That's about it.
I just want to get this straight with my whole crew here. I've won the last 2 weeks straight now football pool.
Yeah, with 3 people, with me, you, and Paul. Yes,
Yeah, I won.
Yeah.
And
The Lance Island crew is pissed.
oh yeah,
They
did you see what Cha-Cha wrote?
mad, bro.
What, a week ago?
No, this week he goes, "What's up with the Lawton boys? They're in the top 2 in money."
They are fucking pissed,
He goes,
dude. Criminals. They keep dropping the R word on you guys.
They're funny as hell. He goes, but now Paul dropped a little. I think Paul was playing a little bit too.
Paul's in like 4th
safe?
place total.
Playing too cautious.
Yeah, he's taking all the little favorites, and he's not.
Well, that's what I said.
Not taking shots.
I would much rather.
it's hard to take shots when you're up there.
Yeah, I know.
I would much rather be in first at the last 2 weeks
Of course.
than ride first.
I'm kind of
for the
happy where
first
I'm at
6
now because I
weeks.
can take shots.
Yeah, you definitely. I'm at 11th. It
I'm
depends.
14th.
You're
But-
not out of it by any
No, I'm not
stretch.
out of it, but you know what?
Dave, by any
if I
stretch.
don't cash in, I want to cash in another 1,000, and I
But
get
here's
31.
I would just say, if you cash in 1,000, that means you're pulling up the board too.
Yeah,
You're leading that week, so
Yeah.
no matter what, you're pulling up the board.
yeah, but I'm going to take those chances to do it.
I did it already.
Whereas Paul ain't.
I did it, and I won twice. I'm the only one to win twice this year. So win. I'm talking about the actual win, and I'm gonna take shots again. You know, I mean, if I'm there near the end, I took a shot just to get up the board and win out.
Yeah, you didn't-
I bet Paul.
Man,
I
so
bet Paul 60. He goes, we're in here, and he goes. Paul says,
oh, they
okay,
won. They won in the
won
last
that-
4 seconds.
Yeah, with a
What
field
was
goal.
this, yesterday?
Yeah.
Or
Monday
Sunday?
night. Monday.
Yes,
Yesterday.
Monday.
Yesterday.
So Monday Night Football, we're here. He owed me 20. He goes, I'll tell you what, let's bet 20 on the game. I said, wait a minute. I'll tell you what we'll do. I ain't doing straight up on the game. You want to give me my points? Give me 7.5 points. I'll take Denver. He goes, okay. So I said, now, if I win, Denver wins outright, it's going to be $60 because I win 2 weeks. You owed me the 20, and then the 20 for the points. Good. He sent me 40, so he must have got confused. And he knew, though. And then because he goes, no way I said, Paul, if you haven't learned anything with all the years in this pool, any team can beat any team.
Any day, any.
And here's what David's right. And I said it right like this. I said, I told Chach that. I said, my brother's been spot on. Don't mess with division rivalries. Dallas Giants, this team. Although the Giants got blown out, they were getting
17 and a
I
half.
actually said on this show, who can't take the Giants at 17? They got slapped.
I know.
I mean,
They got third-string quarterback. I mean, that's different.
Dave, I'm watching quarterbacks come in new. That one guy for what team, and he's doing great.
Tennessee or
whatever it was, and he was a second round. No, he wasn't even a pick. I think he was an undrafted pick, and he's doing great. Whatever. It's just amazing. Quarterbacks got to be there. They got to get. I don't know what they can do. They just got to get tough. Because quarterbacks getting killed. They're out. You know how many quarterbacks are out already?
I know.
I mean, it's crazy.
It's a tough sport.
Oh, I think these guys are so big and strong, bro. But anyway, I think we're done. Anything else to report on the news or any? Nick, what do you got going, kid?
Nothing.
Feeling good?
Feeling great.
All right, everybody. We have nothing else. Dave, thanks for coming in, bro.
Yep.
I appreciate that. You know that. Nick, thanks for stopping in. And everybody, please make good
I got it
choices.
It's the greatest find yet. Nothing compares to it.
But it's definitely something you should hear.
This is The Real Deal with Larry Lawton.